Okay, welcome to a new weekly outlook for some Forex pairs. It's been a while since I did a Forex forecast, but now I'm back and I will do some forecasts. I think maybe once or twice a week or more often, I don't know. But let's dive into it. So the first one, at first we got the DXY. The DXY is like not my favorite currency at the moment because we are literally consolidating. We're in a sideways phase. So yeah, we or I marked it up here. We see we got some support and resistance zone. I'm not trading this, but I marked it up because it's more cleaning the charts up. We see that we are between these two levels and we need to wait where we break out. We have the Federal Reserve switch, like the boss, the Jerome Powell, is um, not the boss anymore. So we need to wait what is happening there. And on the other hand, the dollar remains fundamentally supported by sticky inflation, elevated treasury yields, and resilient labor market conditions. Recent core inflation data continues to justify the Federal Reserve higher for longer stance, while geopolitics, uncertainty, and risk of settlement are further supporting safe haven demand for the dollar. Markets have significantly reduced expectations for aggressive rate cuts, keeping the USD structurally supported in the short term. That means we are more bullish, more hawkish on the dollar for now. It's not it's not that clean bullish sign, but it's more bullish than bearish or neutral. So yes, that's all we need to know. A bit bullish. The fundamental is like quite the same as my opinion on the charts on the analysis because I'm bullish too. I had marked up the change of character here on yeah like March, like mid of March. We got the change of character from me to the upside because we dipped down here in this impulse. Then we made an internal change of character here, and for me the overall daily change of character because we took out this impulse high here. So this change of character is still standing, and we see that I marked up for our demand zone, which got tapped, perfectly lining with the yearly and the monthly level. And we saw taken out that little imbalance there, a little gap in the market was taken out here. And I expected some moves to the upside out of this demand, and it happened. So I expected it, and it happened because I think the dollar is bullish. And why did it happen? Because we took out some liquidity before, we took out this, and we took out this is like liquidity too. That's a market gap or an imbalance. So we need to take it out too, and we did it. And then we pushed up out of the 50% level to the upside. And for me, we did a nice change of character here again on this high because this impulse down was the last impulse down. And we marked up here our low of this completely impulse, and then we closed above this last high. So I will wait for the retracement on this impulse to then go bullish on the dollar again when the fundamentals are aligning as well. That's the thing. So I will wait on some liquidity. For me, it's this 1 hour or this 1 hour liquidity here. We need to take it out, hit the 50% minimum, and then we can look out for some longs out of this. Yeah, it's like this 4 hour demand zone 2. So perfect lining the demand, the break, the retrace in the liquidity, and then starting to buy it up again. Watching on the pairs, we first have the USD YOPY. So the YOPY is the YOPY remains heavily influenced by shifting Bank of Japan policy expectations and global bond yields dynamics. So while Japanese inflation has stayed above the Bank of Japan long-term target for an extended period, the BOJ remains cautious about tightening policy aggressively due to fragile domestic demand and vague sustainability concerns. So, however, rising expectations of gradual policy normalization and lower US Japan yields differentials have recently provided support for the yen, especially during risk of market conditions. So that means we are a little bit or a small bit, not a small bit, like a little bit bullish for the yen. Um, but we need to see if what the USD is doing. Like when the USD is a bit fallen or the USD is falling, we could see some more strength on the JPY. And the other point is the risk of settlement. When we got some risk of settlement, or we get this settlement, then we can push up higher on the yen and pushing down on the on the yen XXX yen pairs. So yeah, I don't like the yen on the chart. We see a clean downtrend, nothing shifts. We are still in the downtrend. This is our high. We didn't close above it, so we are not bullish. We are still bearish. We saw some pump and dumps. Here some pump and dumps on the last days. I mean, it's unclear what we have or what we gonna have in the future. So we will see and wait for some clean news or clean movements, and then we go in some yen trades. For me, the USD JPY is bearish. When we look up, when we look at the monthly, we're looking bullish. Or not bearish, sorry. Uh, I want to say I'm more bullish on the pair on the higher time frames because on the monthly we are strong bullish and yeah, still have this liquidity above here, still ranging in this, so still ranging between these levels. So no one knows. Maybe we will see a sell-off again to the downside, but for now I'm a bit I don't know how to say it. I'm not clean bullish on the lower time frames. On the higher time frame, yes. On the lower time frames, not. Because when we see the weekly, I have set up an internal change of character here too. So for me, this one is a bullish impulse, and I need some retracement in this bullish impulse. So when we look up on some lower time frames, like lower time frames, monthly, weekly, daily, the daily is of course lower. We see some supply zone over here, and we saw that we had an internal change of character to the downside here. So this was the change of character. This could be a retracement for some lower prices for sweeping out lows and then continue up higher. But we need the news. We need to see some more confirmation for that. On the other hand, we could easily just like pumping the shit up, but I don't think we will do that. So yeah, for me, I'm looking for some shorts, lining up with some more fundamentally news. What I'm looking here for is, that's a good question. Like nothing. I won't trade it because I don't like it. We saw the supply got hit, 50% got also hit. When we look it up here, yes, 50% got also hit, and we got a sweep above this high, but I would like to see one more impulse to the upside and then maybe see a change of character to the downside, change of character, retrace, then dump. Otherwise, I would not trade it. USD CHF. Um, Very interesting chart too, I need to say. Um, when we look up the oh, when we look up the chart on the monthly, we see some clean bearish price action. Still in the bearish price action, nothing changed. On the weekly, still in the bearish price action too, because this high didn't, yeah, we didn't close above this high, so still bearish on that one. On the daily, we are still bearish too, of course, but when we look on the lower time frame of this impulse, we are bullish. Um, but for me, this is some, yeah, more like a retracement. So it's still bullish for me. Nothing too long here on this side. So yeah, I wouldn't long it. I would more likely to sell it one more time. But depends what the dollar is doing. If the dollar is strengthened, we will see some upside movement. And we need to wait on the Swiss franc because the Swiss franc continues to benefit from strong safe haven demand amid geopolitical uncertainty and, yeah, broader market volatility. Inflation in Switzerland remains relatively contained compared to other G10 economies, given the Swiss National Bank greater policy flexibility. So the CHF strength is currently driven more by defense capital flows than by domestic economy accrelation. So that means it's more it's more bullish. So we're a bit more bullish on that one at the moment. But we need to see what the war is doing, and maybe we got some rate decisions. So for me, it would be better when the Swiss franc, yeah, will be bearish in the future. Um, I think we could see this. I think we could see a bearish Swiss franc in the future, but at the moment, we are more, yeah, more bullish. But it's a very geopolitic driven, yeah, pair, or a very geopolitic driven currency. So we need to wait what the war is doing, what Trump is Twitter tweeting, and yeah, will be very interesting to see what the Swiss franc is doing. For me, on the chart side, we got bearish price action, still in the bearish impulse. We got the bearish impulse here again. We are now in a retracement, so we need to see this. Got hit by the 50%. We took out liquidity over here, filled some of this fair value gap, some of this imbalance. It didn't hit the 4-hour supply, so maybe we will see one more drive up. But for me, this is a pair I would not trade. I mean, we are bearish, yes, and we are like in a clean, yeah, downtrend phase, so we could see another impulse to the downside, but we don't know if it happens now, like now, or we will see one more push to the upside and then down. So just wait on, yeah, some movement there. USD CAD. USD CAD, bro, I don't like USD CAD. I'm not gonna lie. This chart is looking horrible. So the monthly is indeed bullish. The weekly is indeed nothing. It's more like bullish too, of course, because we did not broke this low. This low is a strong low because we got this break of structure to the upside here, so this became the strong low. When we break the strong low, we're gonna go bearish, but for now, this is a bullish low. So we are bullish. We can expect maybe more higher prices, would line up with the dollar perfectly, but we also see some liquidity to the downside, some descending lows here. 4 liquidity lows open, because this one is open too, and are not a good price action. We saw on the 4 hour a nice change of character to the upside again, so maybe wait for some retraces, take out this liquidity over here, and then maybe to long it up. But for me, I would wait for more fundamental sides, for more fundamental news, and for some more structure. USD SEK, I normally not trade this, but I have it in my list. It's more bullish on the monthly. The weekly is on the impulse bearish, so the retracement is bearish. We got the daily. Daily switched a bit bullish again because we broke this low over here, but the strong high is this one because this one caused this impulse. So we are still not aggressively bullish. We are looking for more buys when we break this high. So we could mark this up as, yeah, a strong high for that one. And for now, I'm maybe more bearish, like I marked it up here. I'm not in this trade, but I marked this trade up because the supply is nice. The liquidity here was taken out. So this is what nice one too. The 50% got hit, so market could retrace one more time to the downside, but it's not ideal, so nothing to look up here. The euro. We now got the euro. The eurozone economy continues to struggle with weak growth momentum, while inflation remains only gradually moderating. Although labor markets are still relatively resilient, economic activity across manufacturing and service remains soft. The ECB is becoming increasingly cautious as growth risks rise, limiting the euro's upside potential against stronger economies like the United States. So the euro is more bearish on the bearish side. We are a bit more hawkish, um, but we will see if it remains or if it's switching. But the growth is still not good. It's still weak. So for me, it's more bearish. Would line with some shorts on EU, because for me the dollar is stronger than the euro. Um, we got some interesting movements. First of all, we got this impulse to the upside and got some change of character here. Yeah, we got some change of character here because we got up here, here, and this impulse made this break of structure. And when we look up, it's more like an internal change of character. The overall change of character is more like this, because this is the lowest low of this impulse. So impulse, break of structure. This is the low. Retracement, impulse, break of structure. This is the low. And we closed below the low on the daily. So this is the change of character, the main change of character for me. It's a bit like the change of character on the DXY. This one is to the upside, this one is to the downside. So yeah, it could be some nice shorts in the future. And what I'm looking for is to, yeah, maybe short it from this supply zone over here. We got some liquidity taken out by this wick here, and then created some, yeah, sideways momentum to then push the market down aggressively. This was very aggressive for me personally. So we could see some nice buys up, again monthly yearly level, and then selling off. And the best on this one is we got the levels yearly, monthly. We got 50% lining gap with this liquidity also. So we got 50%, we got liquidity, we got monthly yearly, we got the supply, so we got many confluences to maybe looking for shorts if we get the confirmation in the future. And we see some shifting hawkish for the euro again, or like seeing dollar strength, then we will take these shorts, but we were still waiting here. EG is like nothing for me. It's bullish monthly, bullish weekly, bullish daily, so nothing bearish on here. We have still this impulse to the upside, so this low is still not taken out for an internal change of character. The overall low is this one, but yeah, this one is not taken out too, so we are still bullish, but I don't like it and I won't trade it. This one is very interesting, and this one is maybe a good position for the future. It's the Euro Chef. It's a bit difficult to explain because we got this huge support zone which turned resistance over here. But for me, the thing is, I would like to see a bearish CHF. So I want to see the CHF bearish weaken so that we can push up the pairs, and maybe we will get it, and maybe we will see some euro strength too. For now, we are not that strong on the euro, but we don't know what is coming. So I hope we'll get some longs from here too. I marked up a trade. This is no financial advice on my side. Just yeah, just showing my own analysis. Do your own analysis. Don't trust mine. Just check your own things. We see this impulse to the upside. We saw 50% is not hit it. Do we need to hit it? Not exactly. It's more likely, but we don't need to hit it. The thing is, what I marked up here is I marked up this 1 hour demand zone. And why do I mark it up? Because I like it. Because we had liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. Then we got taken out this one. Then we got this liquidity. We got some nice liquidity on the left and we took it out. And for me, that is the point where it's getting interesting because we took this last liquidity out, hit that demand, and slowing down. You see that? We are really slowing down on the volume, on the bearish volume here. So the chart is going down, but maybe I could show it on that one. Just wait a minute, we do some volume indicator here in. Yes. Up. So we see the volume over here. We can do it on the 2 hours, good. We see the volume is slowing down here. The curve is slowing down and the chart is going down. So for me, that means the bearish volume is slowing down and maybe we get some bullish volume to pump that shit up. So that's why I'm more bullish on that one. We don't need to hit the 50% exactly, but I like the zone. I like the liquidity which we took out uh, with this candle today, because this one is a rollover candle that doesn't count. This one is the candle who tapped the demand, and now I'm hoping for some movement to the upside. Eurocat looking good for some more longs maybe. And not because of the euro, because of the cat. We saw USD cat is very bullish, and for me the euro cat is the same. We got this uh, support and this resistance here, which turned support here. So we could see some more pumps on the upside. We got some relatively clean price action over here because we took out this liquidity over here. We could delete this here. And when we look up the 50% here, we see we are aligning perfect with the liquidity down here. So this one is nice. I like this one. We tapped the liquidity. We tapped the 50%. We also tapped. Did we tap this liquidity here? Oh, that's close. And we see this demand formed and tapped the demand and moved up. Did a nice change of character to the upside here. Now I waited for the retrace. That's what I drawed in here. I didn't took this, but I drawed exactly this a few days ago, so it worked perfectly out. I waited for this demand. We moved in the demand. We took out this liquidity I marked up here, and we went straight into that fair value gap. Tapped in, moved up, and then like on the 50-minute, it didn't change of character. So we could see some more longs on that pair for the future. I won't trade it, but yeah, we can have an eye on that. Euro GBP, very not that interesting for me. Daily was looking bearish on the retracement. Overall, this chart is bullish from this impulse. That's more like a sideways phase, so more like a consolidation. Nothing for me. I did took a trade on that one, a nice 1 to 3 R. I liked that because I drawed it up here. We took the liquidity with that wick. We broke this structure point, took the liquidity, 50% also got hit. Then, wait, I remove it again. Oh. Then why is that not, okay. Then we took out this high. So we did a change of character too. Moved down again, slowed down on the volume, and then pumped again up. We can look this up with the volume. That would be interesting. It's like the same on Euro, on the Euro CHF. So it's a bit, it's kind of the same. We're slowing down on the volume here. We see the volume is not like rising. We're more like slowing down the volume. And then we see, okay, then we see a little bit push up. We see the volume is rising hardly, and then we see the pump to the upside and the volume is rising. So I expect the same pattern on Euro CHF. So that's why I want to long this one. This one could also be a long. We broke the trend line, the bearish trend line. I'm not a trend line trader, but for visualizing, it's good. We broke the trend line, came back into that demand. It's a very big demand, I know, but it is the demand because this is the low, and hit the 50% fair value gap. So we could see some further longs on that one, maybe like this, or targeting more highs over here. Euro AUD, very interesting too, because the AUD remains bullish and the euro remains at the moment a bit bearish, so that would likely a pair to sell off. Bit difficulty, I would say, a bit hard to analyze because I don't like the price action. It's like having the same pattern again and again. We are dumping, making a hard retrace, then dump again. It's like here the same on the smaller picture. When we zoom in here, yeah, we dump again, did a hard retrace, took out the liquidity, and now it could dump again. So it could be the same pattern again. I marked up, you see I marked up this supply and this bigger supply. That's like the 4-hour supply here and the 1-hour supply here. We tapped both of that supply, took out this liquidity over here. 50% is also good, also hit. Trend is bearish, so could be a nice sell-off there. Euro NZD. That's a tough one, I would say. The monthly is bullish. We see the monthly here, the impulse is still bullish. Weekly, still bullish, took liquidity over there and over there, but we are still bullish. Turned bullish here too. We are now retraced, like retrace here to maybe push up higher again. But it's hard to say. The 4-hour is still bearish. 4-hour is not bullish. I see some more buys when we close above this high here. When we see a market structure shift above here, a change of character, I say market structure shift. When a market structure shift is created above here, I would maybe long it. Like maybe we see some push to the upside, take liquidity of this low, and then push to the upside again. But if we close above this one on the 4-hour, it could be bullish. On the other hand, it could be a bearish sign again, could be another retrace, liquidity taken out, and then dump again. But for now, yeah, this is some nothing. This is nothing. Nothing for me. GU, GU, yeah, man, I don't like GU. Just consolidating. We see it on the weekly, just consolidating. I would stay out of this. I had this bullish and no, it was bullish. I had this bullish trade here marked up because this is our big fat demand zone. Maybe we could see some. Nah, this demand zone over here, so it's very big. We got liquidity taken out here. So yes, we could say it's a bit bullish, but for me the structure is looking so bearish. I don't know, but for me the structure is looking bearish. I want to see some more upside, maybe to push up here again, to then dump into the downside. Why up here? Because we have liquidity up here and liquidity up here. We need this liquidity to dump, so I want to wait what we are doing in this zone up here. So let's see. GJ, nothing special. I got the short tool in here, but real talk, this chart is not looking good. I really don't like this chart. It is bullish indeed, but yeah, the OPY pairs are so annoying. They're just consolidating, having some nice dump and pumps, but nothing clean price action, so nothing there. GBP, GBP, CHF. Sorry for the German accent. Yeah, bro, this is some shit pair too. I had marked up this supply there, demand there, but for me it was clear that this demand won't hold because it's looking too bearish. Monthly is bearish, weekly is bearish, daily is still bearish too. The impulse is bullish, yes, and we took our liquidity here, yes. So if we manage to close above this one, we could see some more longs. But for now, I'm staying out of this. That's the only CHF pair I don't like at the moment. We did hit 50%. We swept liquidity, but that's not a good looking pair for the for the Swiss dollar. For the Swiss franc, sorry. GBP CAT. GBP CAT. We talked about Euro CAT. GBP CAT is it's looking like the same. It could be bullish. but not liking it. Demand has broken. Yeah, we got some descending lows here. We took out this low here, but for me, nothing here. When we manage to break above some highs, we can long it, but for now, I would stay out. GBP AUD, that's be an interesting one because I'm bearish on that. When we look at the monthly, we see bearish price action and see some sideways phase. So this was the impulse to the downside, and that is correctional sideways phase. We took out liquidity on that one. I don't know if we managed to close above. We could look it up. Yeah, we closed above it on the monthly. So it could be a bullish sign indeed. But when we look at the weekly, we see that demand formed, and I would more like to see take out this liquidity got taken out, this liquidity, and maybe some liquidity on the lows here to then hit this demand and then moving up. That would more my like scenario. So for now, I'm going with the bearish trend. You see, I got the bearish trade in here, but I didn't trade it. I just putting the tool. Sometimes I just putting the tool in there to see, okay, how can I trade it, or isn't an option. This one was not an option. We can delete this, and this. We see demand supply formed here. So we are in the supply. Maybe we see some pushes to the downside, or we see some more upside potential to take out that liquidity and then move to the downside. For me, it would more like an dumb instant. I would prefer this, but we need to see. GBP NZD. GBP NZD is the same like Euro NZD. We are bullish. We are a bit cleaner bullish though. Oh yeah, we are a bit cleaner bullish though. We took out the liquidity here. So the liquidity here got taken out. We got the 50% hit. We got more liquidity down here. Do we need it? Not exactly. We did made a market structure shift to the upside here on the 4 hours, so that looks nice. But that low is a bit suspicious, so I would wait for swiping that low, hitting that demand again, maybe 50% again. So yeah, maybe going down here and then push up. That would be more likely for that one. AUD USD. So the AUD, the Australian dollar remains closely tied to global risk sentiment and commodity demand. Inflation in Australia is easing only slowly, keeping the Reserve Bank of Australia relatively cautious on future rate cuts. However, concerns about slower Chinese growth and weaker global demand continue to gap stronger upside momentum for the AUD. So it's like a bit neutral. Um, it's more bullish for me. Um, I know it sounds a bit bearish, but for me it's more bullish. Because for me the war is very important, and I think the war could have some slowing downs, so that will strengthen the Australian dollar. I would say the Australian dollar is strong. That's why I like the longs on the AUD pairs. When we see the Aussie, we see bullish momentum on the monthly. We saw the internal change of character here on this high. So we are bullish for me. The question is, do we see more pushes? I want to see minimum this liquidity got taken out before we go down again and making a retrace to take out this or this to hit the yearly and then maybe going up. But first of all, I would like to see taking out that liquidity. So I am still bullish on the AUD. For me, it's like that one. We got this demand over here. We got the liquidity over here. I marked it up, we took it out. And then we need to see the 1 hour. The 1 hour didn't close above this structure point here. When we manage to close above this, it could be a sign that we see some more bullishness over there. So bullish on that one. AUD, JPY, JPY. Yeah, man, nothing for me. I marked this trade up, worked out perfectly because I was bullish on the AUD, and the AUD was bullish. But man, I don't want to trade it. So that is a pair I'm currently in. I'm in this trade here. We saw bullish price action over the last month. We are indeed bearish on the higher time frames. On the weekly, we switched a bit bearish, so we made an internal shock, but overall we are still in a bearish move. But the daily is indeed a bullish trend, so I won't switch bearish until we see some bearish confirmations, like closing below this structure point over here, this strong low. This is a strong low for me. Why? Because we made a break of structure here. Um, that is the start of the impulse to the break of structure, so that is the strong low for me. When we close below this one, we have some problems with longing. I wouldn't long it then. I would short it. So this is a strong low over here. And we saw some nice price action at the last week. I can show you my last week analysis. I marked up this market structure and said only if close above. So you need to understand it was like this, and I marked this one up and said only if it close above this, I will long it. And what happened? It closed above this. I marked the impulse, which caused this break. That was that one. Waited to hit the 50%, to hit the liquidity, and then longed it. And I don't know where I took the trade, but I think I longed it somewhere over, yeah, somewhere over here. I don't know. I don't know it exactly, but I took some nice profits on that one. And now we see, okay, we left behind that one, that liquidity over here. That's more a rollover candle, so that doesn't count for me. It count this one, and for me it count this one. And the thing was, this one, so the 1 hour lowest liquidity didn't got taken out. You see this? It's more like equal lows here, because that is rollover that doesn't count for me. So that one wasn't taken out. So for me, I would wait. And was it today? No, it was on Friday. On Friday we took it out, but on Friday, bro, I think I moved in. I took a trade on Friday, but bro, the price action was mad on Friday. Nothing there. So yes, I closed the trades on Friday. I said okay, fine. For me, very fine. I will move on tomorrow, and then I waited to see another dump to the downside. And the best thing is we saw it in the morning, and I think I took the trade, yeah, at night. I think I took it at night. Yeah, I took it at 2 o'clock or something. 2 o'clock a.m. I think. On Monday I took the trade. So that is my original position. Stops below the strong low over here. Because when we close below this low, we are not bullish anymore. And the best thing could happen happened. We made a market structure shift, change of character, internal, um, on the 1 hour, and now I'm waiting for some bullish continuation because we got the 15-minute impulse, the market structure shift, and saw liquidity here and here. And when we draw the FIB tool or the Ganbox tool, we see the 50% got hit, both liquidity got taken out. So for me, that's a valid long. for tomorrow because the liquidity got taken out at 8 p.m. and not with this rollover candle. That rollover candle doesn't count. This one is the actual liquidity taker. So good long for me. I will hold it till tomorrow. AUD CAD also interesting. Still bullish on the weekly, still bullish on the daily, still bullish on the monthly. For me, it's more like a sideways, but for me, it's bullish because internal that's a change of character, and we are bullish now, and I think we will take out this high. So that one is bullish for me. Weekly still bullish, daily still bullish, 4 hours still bullish. We need to see, yeah, that one is an equal low, so that one is a good demand. We hit that demand. We didn't hit that liquidity down here. I would prefer this. So that's why I have this long tool over here. But there's a chance that we don't see the impulse to the downside um, because we already took liquidity here, here, and here, and the 50% got also hit. Yes, and the demand got hit. So liquidity, demand, 50%. So 3 confirmations are in, and we did a 1 hour tight, but we did got a 1 hour change of character. So this one could go up too. Don't like the price action that much. I more like that one, but the price action is okay, and I think we can look for some longs again. AUD NZD is a little bit complicated because it is bullish. And I took, I don't know if I took it. Maybe I took it, I don't know. But yeah, I searched for some more longs. For me, I want to see some more downside movement. I want to see taking out that liquidity because this impulse has no liquidity. So we did not take out any liquidity with this little retrace. We pumped up again, break of structure. So now we want to see the manipulation of that low and then the continuation. So that's why I want to see some more downside on that one. That means the NZD should push up higher and the AUD lower, but I hope the NZD is strong tomorrow. So NZD USD, I don't like it. It's not my favorite pair at the moment. We see the 4 hour demand zone over here. It's a big demand, yes, I know. Liquidity situated here got taken out. I mean, that high is looking very clear to take out, but um, yeah, I don't like it overall. I mean, we could long it. You could say, okay, I want to risk it, maybe like that, or maybe to see more like that upside, or yeah, to target the high over here. You can say that, but at the moment I don't like it. So yeah, NZT, GBY, bro. I think my brain is lagging. NZT yen, bro, nothing here. Just skipping it. There was another trade from today, but I closed it because I need some, or I had a smart decision to do with my funded account. I need profited days, so I closed that one on 500 euros or dollars, and waiting for some retraces to long it again. Maybe to set up this trade I marked up here, waiting for the 15 min liquidity down here. So I think we will see some liquidity taken out here. Maybe this one too. Entry here, push up here, and then targeting. Yeah, maybe like we can. Yeah, I don't know. We can target the supply. We can target the highs here. So this trade is still open. We got some open liquidity here, here, and over here. So we got a lot of liquidity on this chart. So I hope we see a further upside to then, yeah, making profits on that trades. For now, the target will be this. So we will still wait if we get the retrace or not. NZD CAD, the same. I didn't took it because I had two other open positions, but also a nice play. More clean for me than AUD CAD because it made a deeper retracement. And you see my trade marked up here. It was a perfect trade too. The overall demand zone is that one, not that I marked here. That is the demand because that one made the last low before the break. And yeah, we dipped into it. We had no liquidity on this impulse. That's the only thing sucks. I don't like that. We got some here, and maybe on the lower time frame here, but yeah, it's not ideal, I need to say. But it's a nice setup, and I think we could see the TP on that one because the daily structure, I like the daily structure. Demand formed here, break of structure, demand formed here, break of structure, and now maybe demand formed here and another break of structure. So waiting on that one. A final target could be this one. So this liquidity above here, or the highest overall above here. Then we have CAT, JPY. The Canadian dollar is currently driven primarily by oil prices and broader's US economic dynamics, while elevated crude oil prices offer support to the Canadian economy. Monitoring domestic growth and a gradually cooling labor market are reducing expectations for further Bank of Canadian tightening. So the CAD performance remains highly sensitive to energy markets and US dollar strength. So the CAD is at the moment more neutral. It's nothing bullish, nothing bearish. That's why like CAD JPY is like more consolidating, going sideways. So nothing here. I would like to see some bearish CAD. So bearish price action of the CAD currency to along the XXX CAD pairs. When we look up the CAD CHF, we see monthly bearish, weekly bearish, daily bearish, and liquidity open. So for me, this one is, yeah, this one is a is definitely a bearish one. But the question is, do we see the bearish momentum now, or do we see one more push to that supply, and then maybe see the dump to take out that liquidity? That's the question. The question is, what is stronger, the CAD or the CHF? And last but not least, Swiss yen. Bro, nothing here. Still bullish, like every yen pair, but unclear. We are in that supply over here. We need to see if we will take that out or if we dump to the downside. I want to see some dumps because of the Swiss franc, but we will see what we are doing. Nothing on the yen pairs for you. Okay, gold, very interesting too. You see, I got some horrible charts on that because I didn't clear it up because I don't look at gold that often. For me, gold is what I expected. For me, gold is bearish. I mean, we are bullish. Don't understand me wrong. We are bullish. Bullish monthly, bullish weekly, bullish daily. But for me, maybe we got some more potential to clear liquidity to the downside before we going up again, because that impulse to the downside was very sharp. That retracement got not that much volume as that impulse down. And now we saw the liquidation of that liquidity I marked up here very precisely. And then we pushed down aggressively again. So I want to see more like a push to the upside on the 4 hour to see that supply hit, and then take out further, now that liquidity is taken out, to see taking out further liquidity. So that would be ideal from gold. We can look up over silver again. That is completely bullshit. Silver is more bullish for me. Silver has more bullish price action. Bro, that is messy chart. Silver has more bullish price action for me. We got the demand zone. We got liquidity here, and here on the lower time frame, like that. Yeah, we took this out on Monday, on Friday, and yeah, going up back, going up again. The question is it really an up impulse or is it just a retrace? We need to see if we can close above that one. When we can close above that one, we might can see higher prices. But yeah, we need to see what happening, because we are just going sideways for the moment. But that chart is more looking bullish than gold, I need to say. Okay, that is all. I think we got some views on the pairs, on the fundamental side, and yeah, we will see what we are doing the next days. Maybe I will update you tomorrow, or I don't know, maybe on Wednesday, but we will see. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Sorry for maybe some bad English. I'm not a native English speaker, and not speaking English very often at the moment. That's why I'm a little bit out of English, but I hope you understand all. And yeah, the last I want to say is that's not a financial advice. Do your own analysis, keep up the grind, and yeah, see you soon. Bye bye.